Okay, at this point I want to actually add some dodge and burn effect, bring some highlights and shadows. So I'm going to create new layer. So dodge and burn, let's go ahead, clip this follow to our main layer. We'll go and press shift backspace. Okay, let's go right here. This is bring our menu so we can fill, and we're going to fill with 50% gray and blending mode normal. Click OK. You can also do this to the fill, to the image fill, and go this way from menu. So when we set right here our mode, we want to switch this to the soft light. 50% gray, it's almost invisible in soft light and other, so it will be like 0 value. So now by using simple brush, we want to be sure the brush set at least 10% or below, and we'll just want to be sure it's very soft brush. So this brush will start introducing some effect. If you're using Vicom pad, you can use it with touch sensitive. And usually I start with the shadows. And as an example right here, I want to add more shadows. So by additional, and I'm using mouse for this tutorial. So you can see right here, I just start adding more strokes. If you have it mouse, if you don't have it Vicom, on this case, you maybe want to even have it smaller. And just have it a little bit more lines to introduce in. Okay, so we'll go right around his area, maybe around her eyes. Again, we can go inside and you can press X key to flip between black and white, and we'll just bring her eyes slightly out, whites. Okay, we'll go increase size again, use the space bar to bring our hand. We'll switch X between colors. Okay, so we have it a little bit darker. Okay, and we can add again. You can always switch opacity if you need harder effects or faster. So we'll go just introduce right around your eyes, a little bit more shadows right around this area. We'll introduce shadows here. We maybe even retouch after. This is generic right now, just dimension shadows. So we'll maybe do more when we want to have like maybe black eye and fighting some other stuff. Let's introduce right here, add dimension to her fingers. Again, I'm going with the black right now, so dark shadows. And this is dodge and burn type, just overall dimensional kind of shadows. Okay, next let's go switch to the white, and this will introduce highlights a little bit more. Okay, we can come to her lips again, and this is not a beauty shot, but normally we want maybe to do like darker, add her lips, and white kind of in the middle, bring a little bit more dimension right to these areas, bring a little bit more. Again, here's a small trick. The closest to the camera, if you highlight, they're getting closer, bigger to the camera, so you can add also dimension this way. So we have it some highlights areas. It will look a little bit closer, kind of pop up. Okay, we'll add highlights right around here. Okay, let's zoom out. Add a little bit lines. Okay, and let's look on a bear. So on a bear, we want to, let's go a little bit dark shadows maybe. Switch to the white. Her knees, so we'll add a little bit kind of white to her knees, maybe right on the legs, add some white stripes. So kind of like almost highlights going. This again will add dimension. Okay. Let's darken a little bit right around here, and we can to introduce those wrinkles a little bit better, let's go to set white, and I'm going to make smaller and just on the edges, going on the edges of those wrinkles. I want to bring them out. Okay, so we'll just go add, just follow the highlights or wrinkles. So we can also even draw some new one. Okay. Okay, I'll go add a little bit more right here. Let's highlight. And on this arm as well. Okay, one thing you also kind of remember, the black makes smaller look and white bigger. So if some areas you want to hide or increase, you can use it dark to make it a little bit kind of more smaller, and you can use it white to bring bigger size. So you can modify that well as well. Okay, right here we kind of very rough retouch. You can spend a lot of time. I want to just make this more pop-up kind of distress look. Okay, here before and after. Okay, next let's do more aftermade, kind of more grungy look to this. So for this I press Control Shift Alt E or Shift Option Command Shift E. This is take all these layers and combine, create one option, one layer, merge it with all visible. So we can go same, parenting this to below. We'll go to image, now adjustment, and we'll go to black and white. So this is for this level, and what I want to do, I want to bring a little bit more of your skin out, kind of almost like flatten. So we'll bring a little bit more out. You can see how it's come up. Click OK. Let's go now to adjustment. We'll go inside shadow and highlights. And if you're in this mode, just normal, click on the show more options, so it will expand. We'll take amount for the shadows all the way and highlights all the way up. Next, I want radius of the pixels drop down to around 20 on both of them. And we'll take tone, maybe just bring something a little bit more flatter, kind of like this. Lights, I'm just looking. So what are we going to do? We'll go use this as a soft light, and soft light will increase like curve almost with the highlights and make it darker, a little bit more deeper. So we playing with this grungy kind of effect. And again, if I make more flatter, it will be, this skin will be whiter. If we go darker, so maybe this is add some additional shadows. So I can play with this and try adjust. So right here, actually, I will like maybe bring like this kind of softer. So we'll go switch to soft light, and you can see we add just a little bit more grungy effect. One thing kind of secret, if you want to do more wetness or on a skin effect, to this layer you just go to filter, sharpen, unsharp mask, and if you take this and pop up all the way, you can see how much this grunge added. Work very well if you have like male workout and you want bring details to the skin. This will work great. Again, we don't need to use it all 100%. We'll take opacity, and with opacity we can kind of bring in some of those. So I'll bring a little bit in on that effect. So right here we have it. I think almost our model is finished to prepare. The rest, of course, we will retouch when we put it inside the scenery and see how light's going, so we can add from different. But this way we have a nice effect. Her hair come up good. If we have it color hair, or we want pop-up color on the eyes, we could add additional curve. And you know what, let's do that just as example. So we can go inside, create a curve. Let's switch this to overlay curve, and I just want to bring kind of maybe a little bit more on her hair, or better example. So we'll do this way. Okay, we'll go to take mask and fill, just okay right here. Okay, let's go to reset our colors, and we'll just fill up mask with a black, so it's all gone. we come closer to her face, we'll use it soft brush, and we can just brush in slightly effect. You can see it start bringing some color, work beautifully on a red. Like for example, if right here bear, we start kind of introducing, you can see it will add kind of contrast. And because let's say this bear was have a hard time before, by introducing this we can make some discoloration, so look a little bit more beat up in some areas. Okay, let's go right here, add a bit more burning kind of red. Okay, we'll introduce to her hair a little bit closer. We can go to the eyes, and right on the eyes you can just touch up. You can see it's add more contrast and bring color. Okay, so right here again you can see before and after, just add a little bit more color burn kind of effect. Okay, and when we're done with all of this, let's go select this layer that I want to use it. I want to preserve this on my main file, so we group them. We'll call model, and right now we'll go to convert to smart object. So this is what I'm going to use on this case. If I want scale or do anything, this is my base model that I will go to use in my images. I can scale and do other stuff. So let's go ahead, and next to us we'll start work on the backgrounds.